And a pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to The Works. I'm Keith Williams, your host. And today we have a very special broadcast for you today. So we are actually here at a new coffee shop, cafe that's getting ready to open up here in the Titusville neighborhood in the city of Birmingham. So it's called the Modern House Coffee Shop. So this would be a place where the community would be able to hang out at. It's kind of like having your own Starbucks. So as you can see, they are making the final preparations for it to be officially open on tomorrow. So this is actually a historical building here, as you can tell by this sign. So this sign that this is a historical property that's dedicated by the Jefferson County Historical Commission. It's been around since 1914. And so it's going to officially open tomorrow, and these are the hours. So right here, so they're open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and they're closed on weekends. So so hopefully those are the hours, and we're on Central Time, so that's Central Time. And officially, the grand opening is going to be on tomorrow, September 23rd, from 12 noon to 3 p.m. And that's Central Time. So this is the parking lot. So they actually done a really good job, with that, as well as the actual construction of this building. So real quick, we're gonna go inside and let you take a look at the inside. So it may be a little bit rough, in here because they are still doing some final prep work here, but we're gonna go inside here. So this is actually the inside here. They're going to have tables and chairs that look like this all through down this aisle once that's done. And this is the counter where they actually going to serve the coffee at. So it's going to be a small staff here, but overall we expect that the service will be great. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to talk to a couple of people that are here so they can kind of let us know what's going on here. And the rest of the space is going to be basically tables and chairs, all throughout this area. They are doing some final preparations. And tomorrow it's going to be off and running. So it's kind of give you an idea of it's really fine construction here. And not sure if this fireplace is actually a working fireplace. Of course, it's going to get cold. So, this would be a great place to have a warm cup of coffee here. And it would be great if this fireplace has actually been restored. So, and hopefully, pretty soon we'll be able to talk to the owner, of this place. Again, he's outside making preparations here, and all throughout the time that you're here, you'll be able to listen to some relaxing music. So in case you're wondering where I'm at, I am here at a new establishment called the Modern House Coffee Shop here in the Titusville community in the city of Birmingham, Alabama. And they are planning to have an official grand opening tomorrow afternoon from 12 noon to 3 p.m. I was scheduled to be here to cover that, but I have an emergency in Montgomery, so I will not be able to go to the grand opening. So that's why, I am here, today to kind of, give y'all a glimpse of what to expect. So it'll be some nice music going on here, and as you can see, there's some soft lighting, down here. It really like brings out the place. Um, Kind of have like a Starbucks kind of feel to the place, uh, which is of course the the idea of when this place is open. So they're supposed to have a soft grand opening today, but obviously they're not kind of finishing here yet. They're still doing some last minute things, and so there would be no soft grand opening. So the official grand opening would be actually tomorrow from 12 to 3 p.m. and that is Central Time. And hopefully we will get an opportunity to talk to a couple of people today. So in the meanwhile, just kind of give you an idea of some of the construction here. And obviously they have done a fantastic job. They've done a fantastic job with the place, as you can see here. And despite not having a grand opening, we got a couple of people decide to show up anyway. It's pretty wonderful. So we have our own coffee shop that's, it's on the 6th Avenue South corridor. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of traffic here. Oh, that's okay. Come on through. Say a few words.
Hey there,
How you doing?
Good to see
I'm doing
you.
fine. So hey, you
I'm Paula. Paula Stanton.
good to see you.
Coming to welcome Troy Weststone to the neighborhood again. His grandfolks live right over a couple of blocks away from me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So we're kind of letting people know that a new coffee shop is coming here, the Titusville. So kind of, give your perspective of this place and, what you hope to expect.
Oh my goodness, I think it's going to be wonderful for us. It's so encouraging, actually, to see, because I'm in the history, and to see what he has done with this old shotgun house, fixing it up to do business right here in Titusville, and I think it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, so I
make sure everybody supports it.
Yeah, so I noticed outside that it has it was commissioned by the Jefferson County Historical Society.
Yeah,
1914.
That's right. They awarded this particular house because of its age. It's over 100 years old. They awarded it a historic marker. So yeah, we're real proud of it.
And tell us a little bit about you, who you are, and what you're doing.
Well, my name is Paula Stanton, and I'm a resident of South Titusville. And I'm actually retired, but I'm having the time of my life doing some things in historic preservation here in Tennessee.
For those of you so for clarification, a couple of weeks ago, we had Titusville Day back in August, and a tour was arranged for residents and people that was there to actually have an opportunity to look at some of the places where history was made in the Titusville community. And for the life of me, I had no idea that this house was over 100 years old.
Sure is. Yeah. And it was in pretty bad shape too when he took it off.
It was in pretty bad shape.
Really
Okay.
was. But he's done an excellent job.
Yeah, as you know, you can see here, not too sure about the fireplace, if it's going to be a working, fireplace.
No, I don't think he's going to actually put it back into use. But as you can imagine, back in the day, when people were actually living here, that fireplace was the center of the house, and it handled everything from keeping folks warm to making sure that the food was cooked right. So yeah, and he wants to leave it because it has that, it offers that character, if you will. To the place.
Right, and judging from the for the structure of this fireplace, I mean, you can tell of this early 20th century quality, that's here. And of course, while we here, we get to enjoy like some relaxing music, in the background while, enjoying some coffee here. I'm just sorry that I'm not going to be here for the actual grand opening. I have to go out of town. So I decided to do this this broadcast, let everyone know, come on out tomorrow from noon to 3 p.m. and let's come out and support this great establishment. So far, I heard some great things about it from their Facebook page, and kind of help put the word out about about this place. I actually designed the flyer that is on their social media page.
Well, I can testify. I was here earlier yesterday, a few minutes, and they gave me a sampling of the espresso. It is wonderful. Very, very tasty.
So what do you think? This could be like this could be the next Starbucks?
Yeah, actually, I think one of the baristas was a former Starbucks worker. I think that's what you told me. So, yeah, it's gonna have a little bit of that flavor, but it's strictly Titusville. It's strictly Troy Whetstone.
Yeah, we have to throw a little bit of Titusville flavor in here. That's it. You know that, it wouldn't be Titusville without that. So what would you like to tell the people to try to get them to come out?
Well, just, come on and hang out with them a little bit tomorrow. Give him some encouragement. I know he's been working on this house 2 years. And we need to, help support him and show him we appreciate all he's done. And looking forward to the future, the economic development of this community and bringing it back to like it used to be back in the day.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because I believe up and down this corridor, there was a lot of economic activity going on here. Businesses galore, had existed here historically. Now, when we put together the framework plan, we actually, the community actually, talked about someday made some historical reference to what Titusville used to be. A lot of that in due in part to the businesses that was here. And the framework plan suggests that they wanted to restore Titusville to its historical to his historical glory. What would be your role into bringing the history of Titusville back to life?
Well, I'm a part of the committee. It's called the Titusville Market. And what we're trying to do, what we have done is identify some of the identity properties here in Titusville. And what we're wanting to do is get historic markers for them, just like the one that Troy has earned for this particular house. We want to get those kind of markers in other places here in Titusville. If you come over here, you can go up to the Memorial Park, you can see that we also earned a marker there. And like I said, we're looking for, or have decided that we want to put markers in a lot of different places, probably 40 different places here in Titusville. That is significant because of either the people who live there or just because some of these places are so old and still standing and still worth saving.
So would this building also be included?
Yes, yes. This is one.
So I think you mentioned something earlier about them receiving a grant to restore this place. Is that correct?
Well, now you need to check Troy on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not certain. Check with him on that.
Okay, so hopefully we will have an opportunity to talk to him during this broadcast. We definitely want to send out some words of encouragement to him. But that's why it's so important that you guys come out tomorrow, whether you live in Titusville or not. We need to support businesses, small businesses in general. And to have a small business here in Titusville means so much because that means that we're beginning to resurrect the history of this great community. And so this building, which is of course is 108 years old, if I'm not mistaken, probably have been here before Titusville was ever Titusville. I can imagine.
At the time, it was called Illerton Highlands.
Illerton Highlands. So it was Titusville.
But there's controversy over exactly what the name of this whole village was. That's a story for another time. But this particular community around this building and up here where Memorial Park is, and then the Greek streets, all of that area was called Illerton Highlands back in the day.
Was this area, was it part of Birmingham in its early history?
Yes, it was a part of the city. It was, but it was, it was very rural compared to the downtown area.
Okay.
There was a lot of farming and stuff going on. These were some of the first houses that were built for the people who were beginning to work in the industries, like Alice Furnace, the Cape Car Wheel and English Iron Works right there on the corner of 6th Street. And so a lot of this housing that was built to house workers that industry.
So what was this house was built around that time as well?
Yeah. Well, not Alice Furnace, it was already gone.
Okay.
But around the time that English Iron Works was and Decatur Car Wheel.
That's the
Railroad
process that I would
car
do.
wheel
I'll
case.
take it through
Where
coffee.
they make
I
the railroad cars.
That needs to go immediately out.
Actually, they made the railroad
Lattes,
car
right, name,
wheels.
what they're gonna get for
That was big industry.
sliding it down.
This house is, for those
Pastries, you're beating it out.
What significance does this building have in terms of the history of Titusville?
Yeah, or
Well,
even, you can't find guest checks, I just go
actually, its primary history is in its architecture.
And like I said, post it
And
notes,
it's
every
age.
so often,
Okay,
post it
it's over 100 years
or
old, you know, it's just significant and it's still standing. But the architect was called the shotgun
and
house,
maybe it just looks
you know,
like.
and to us, in our generation, it, you know, it's not
Whatever, like I
this
said,
kind of house
it
we
makes more
need.
sense to
But now that time has passed, there are fewer and fewer of those houses anywhere in the country, and so they have gained value because they're disappearing. They're becoming more and more rare. And there was something interesting that we learned when we were actually doing research in this. You know, when we were growing up, Keith, you probably remember. You know, when somebody said a shotgun house, that
Like I
meant
said, that's something
that
where like.
if you stood at the front door and shot a gun through the front door, it would go straight out the back. The bullet would go straight out the back. You know?
Mhm.
And that was our definition of shotgun house. And that was probably true. But what you didn't realize was that the architecture, this particular style of housing, was actually brought to the Americans by West Africa. And there is some thought that shotgun as a style of housing is based on a West African word. I think it's token, which means house. And so, you know, the architecture itself is actually a West African derivative that was brought to the Americas. And so that makes it extra special.
Wow, I didn't know that. I had no idea that that was, an African concept and not an American concept.
I guess it's a style that's sort of unique to us. It's kind of the way the
Makes braids.
homes were built, if you will, over in West Africa, over in Haiti.
Mhm.
And a lot of those folks from Haiti and West Africa came to the Americas. Particularly down in New Orleans, Louisiana area. This is the kind of housing that they built for themselves. Yeah.
So would you say that those type of houses were, it took less time to build?
Yeah, and they were simpler and, you know, simple plans. I think, let me see, what did they say? These houses were like 1 room wide and 2 rooms deep. Okay, and you know, when they first built it, none of these houses had bathrooms inside, they were outside. They were adding on. And
Yeah, I actually kind of like this.
fireplace.
You know, the only focus on this person
Feature.
but the biggest.
So yeah, I think you mentioned earlier, they use that to, heat the home and cook the food.
Everybody.
Okay.
It's a bad water, you know.
Right, so they use it right.
They want to get in the cold sugar, man.
Oh yeah, I know that, that must be, crazy back then. So how did these houses withstand the weather?
Well, one thing, I imagine they were well made, you know, at the time. But if you notice, these houses for the most part sit up high on those pillars.
Mhm.
That was a feature of the shotgun houses as well. So that sort of protected them against flooding, you know.
Right, because we know that certain parts of this area was in a flood zone, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess to kind of withstand some of the, flooding, they kind of like, raise up the foundation a little bit. You probably will notice if you go around Titusville, you'll see some of the houses that still have that type of, structure in it, where there's one particular house too where they bricked it all the way around. instead of leaving a gap, it kind of raised it. So it's like real high off the ground.
Yeah.
So we noticed that there are a few houses, like that as well, as well as uh, in certain sections of the foundation, you would see an elevated set of bricks that's deep into the ground. So based on, so I know you had the opportunity to look around a little bit. Do you believe that this place has been restored to its original design?
Well, I'm not a preservation. I pray, but I've been around a few years.
Luckily,
Been
this
over
is
here and
great.
looked at this place.
And it's going to settle in the morning rush of grabbing and going.
So while we are talking here, you can look in the background some of the construction here. Look at the fine wood that's being put into this place. What's that?
A lot of that's original wood.
So
A lot of that's original.
this is original wood.
Yeah, it had wallpaper.
Okay.
And
That's
I'll let him tell that story, but yeah, he's done quite a bit.
What about the floors?
Yeah, these are original.
These are original floors.
For the most part, yes.
Everyone knows.
So ladies and gentlemen, you really cannot, this wood that you see on the floor and in the ceiling, I don't know if anywhere you can get that type of wood today. It just comes to show the really quality and craftsmanship, of this place and how it was able to, be restored. So how long has this house been out of commission before it was purchased?
Well,
Down the road,
the last people to live here in this house, Lake Winter, actually lived here about 40 years. Starting in about
stuff like that.
early 1940s. And I think she passed away in the 90s.
The other thing is, when you get ready to close.
And after that, it was really used by the bail bond folks.
Mhm.
Starting at
Closing.
closing.
At least that's what the history tells us. That's pretty much, it was a residence for 50 years, I would say, and then for maybe 30 years or 40 years. Bail bond folks used it.
And it will tell you.
Well, we certainly got a history lesson today. Hopefully I'll be able to, get Troy to say a few words. Here, let's see if he's here. Okay.
He's holding court with somebody over there.
All right. Nice talking with you. Get back with you shortly.
You and your choices,
Hello.
kind of go whichever direction there.
Hello. How y'all doing? So we are gearing up for tomorrow's opening. We kind of, want you ladies and gentlemen to say a few words.
Let's go ahead.
Nah, man, I'm just a consultant.
So you're just a consultant, okay?
Go ahead, Ellen. I've been talking all day.
Don't be shy. We definitely want to hear from you now.
Okay, so hello, I'm Troy, founder, owner of the Modern House Coffee Shop. We're excited to be in the community. It's been 2 years of us actually owning the property, working towards it. A lot of hard work, tears, frustration, all of it. But being able to find, people who want to help us with the cause and to volunteer their time, it's been a lot and it's been a process. So for us to be here, for us to be open to the public tomorrow, it's definitely amazing to what we think.
I have to ask, why have you decided to come here to Titusville to set up shop? So,
Why not Titusville, right? Yes.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I'm a resident of Titusville. I lived in Titusville for 9 years on 4th Avenue South, on the corner lot. Um, my family has lived in Titusville for over 3 decades plus.
oh wow, so
Um,
we got one of our own right here.
yeah,
You know, opening and establishing right where he lives. I mean, you could have went anywhere in the city of Birmingham.
yeah,
Why Titusville?
yeah. So, I mean, you know, it's a great opportunity. And I think the community wants it. The community is ready for it. I mean, just today, I've had maybe 30 people to stop by and actually walk in, and to just like, oh, well, we know you're not open yet, but we just coming in here. And so, that's been
Fantastic.
exciting. That's been
So
exciting.
they're really taking an interest,
Oh, most
in
definitely.
this place. So what kind of what kind of things you'll be selling here?
Tomorrow we'll be selling lemon cake, red velvet cake, peanut butter cookies, chocolate chip cookies. We'll be selling drip coffee, espressos, lattes, and we'll also have the kitchen going too. So we'll have loaded grits,
Loaded grits?
loaded grits cup.
Oh, I hate I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. Oh, I'm saying, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow. So, I mean, what do you mean by loaded grits?
I mean, so it'll be in the cup. It'll have bacon, different types of cheese in it. For some people want to have sour cream, it'll have sour cream in it. And then also to the red, I mean not red, but the green, little chopped up stuff. What is that?
Was it chives?
Chives. Yeah.
Chives.
So it'll have chives in it as well. And so we also have a cinnamon waffle. So for those who want to try the cinnamon waffle, we have that and bacon, and we'll have that tomorrow.
So have you got you have your staff already or?
Yeah, we missing one person.
Hmm.
So once we find that person, they'll come fill in. But yeah, so we'll have.
Oh no, I may want to come to work here, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if I want to. I'm not too sure if I want to work here though, because I might spend all my money on the loaded grits. So tell us a little bit about the construction.
Oh, well, it's different. It's definitely different parts to construction. You learn that once the building, especially in Birmingham, you got buildings that's light, right? And so for say the waterworks, you have a building that's not had running water for years. Well, you're gonna have to pay for a new tap. So that means if you like me, my water line comes from the middle of 6th Avenue South. So residents, people commuting back and forth from work, I'm pretty sure that they see me and my plumbers out on 6th Avenue stopping traffic. And so, we had to dig a 4x4 manhole. We had to go down, find the source, bust it open, run brand new copper to here. So our water is clean as it can be. Plus we have filters, filtration system as well. So that was a process. That was a learning process. Knowing that you buy a building that is used to be an office space, you can go in and renovate all day, but you're gonna have to go and do a change of occupancy with the city of Birmingham. And so since it used to be a Bell's Bun building, we had to convert it over to a restaurant, coffee shop. So we had to get an architect. That architect had to draw up plans about every single detail about the building. And so they did that. We submitted it to the city. They had to approve it. Permits had to be pulled. inspectors had to come out. They had to approve. They had to tell me what they didn't want to see, you know. And then for my parking lot, you know, we repaved it. Well, not repaved it, we paved it. So knowing that, you know, you have to have a certain amount of spaces, and you can't have a parking spot that's gravel because, you know, people, you know, ADA compliance, you know, we have to build a ramp. And then also too, for our bathroom, we had to extend the bathroom, which has have to do a full 360. And so it has to be a certain space. And those are things that we had to do. You know?
So I was just admiring the woodwork that's being done here with the ceiling, you know, and the floors.
That's nothing that we did. That was already here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like really old.
Yeah.
Including this fireplace.
Right.
Like really old. So there's still some 1914 character.
Right.
That's here, and I kind of like.
This is the original house that when they built it. This is the original house. We didn't add anything to it. All we did was take down all the modifications over the years that was done to it, whether it was drywall, drop ceiling, carpet, all of those type of things. And then also walls was up, like not low bearing walls, but just sectional walls. And so this was 3 compartments, 3 rooms. It had 2 restrooms in it, plus a utility sink. So we condensed the restrooms down, made 1 large restroom. So yeah, so what you see is the history that's in the house.
So you have bought a really piece of historical property. So how do you feel going into tomorrow? And the fact that you are African American business owner, setting shop right where you live. So how are you feeling right now? Lots of words, huh?
I mean, it's a lot. You know, just like everything I just spoke about, those are the things that was a lot. So I'm excited about tomorrow.
No, this is, got to be overwhelming, and exciting at the same time. I just want to, encourage you to keep on pushing, keep on putting yourself out there, because the people are going to come. You just got to be patient and, keep working at that's just with, any type of business, that you do. You have to continue to, put yourself out there. But I am so proud of you. This establishment, just look at it one more time, is they have done a really good job. I have to ask this, do you think that the Modern House would be like the next Starbucks?
I think it has definitely the potential to be. My vision that I had for Modern House, eventually, well, first off, it was really small. But over time, as I learned more about coffee, and over time that I, just kind of did my own work. And I think coffee industry is between a $300 billion industry that is not really, Black or African American or minority owned, that has that Starbucks, capability of it. And so, roasting would be our next chapter, or what we're going to be doing for the Modern House. Distributing also would be something that we get into. So I would say, yeah, I mean, I think that we could, be the next Starbucks.
So I noticed that I came in here, that you got like some really like, smooth music, going through. I haven't seen that in coffee house. I know the coffee houses, I went to, it's hustling, it's bustling, it's crowded, everybody is hanging out, they're drinking coffee, eating a pastry or two. So what kind of atmosphere you hope to see here?
This music is called chill hop. It's like a bunch of different sounds into it. It has hip hop sounds in it. It has R&B sounds in it. It's just a relaxing feel.
What's it called again?
Chill hop.
Chill hop.
Yeah.
So how long have that genre of music have been around?
I can say I don't really know about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some. I'm gonna do some research on that because that's the first time I've ever, heard of anything like that. I think one example I can give is back in 1992 or 93 or so when Mary J. Blige, first came out. One of her singles, "Real Love," was kind of something like this.
Right.
She made like different versions, of the song, but the third incarnation of the song kind of sounds like this. You had a little bit of jazz, you had a little bit of hip hop, you had a little bit of R&B. It was like really smooth out.
Right.
Another example I can give is Tony Braxton's "Love Should Have Brought You Home." She did a version, of this song where excerpts of it actually appeared, in the 1992 film Boomerang starring Eddie Murphy. So those are the two examples that I can give. Okay, so we're going to get ready to wrap up here, but is there any last words that you would like to say?
I just hope everybody, you know, like what they see. Enjoy the coffee, enjoy the people that's making the coffee. We expect tomorrow to be a busy day for us. We expect the next month to be busy. And so, just be patient with us. We learning a lot as we go. The baristas, they have plenty of experience. They come from different coffee shops. So for me, this is all new because I've never been in coffee. I just started drinking.
Oh, really? I mean, you just started drinking coffee. I was wondering, why did you decide to have a coffee shop versus something else?
Coffee, that's one of those things that I'm learning more about. Coffee, I came up with the phrase coffee and community, not knowing like how important coffee is to community. You know what I mean?
Right. So you notice, like, if you go to, like, for example, different coffee shops, there are in the south downtown UAB area, and you notice that there's like a sense of community, where people from all walks of life gather in one place, and they kind of enjoy themselves. So, is that what you kind of see here or want to see here?
Most definitely. I see a mixture of crowd. I see, kids from UAB. I see people from the community in there. I see police officers, firemen. I see business people from D Block, Golden Plate. So I think, I think we made it enough that we are inviting every crowd. Even though I know we won't reach every crowd. But yeah, I mean, we set the vibe right. We got the outdoor sitting for those that want to enjoy the outside scenery. We have outdoor clubs, so you don't have to worry about your phone dying or your laptop dying or whatever. We cover that for them.
Oh, okay.
So we thought about every single thing, being here. So.
I said, I don't know, I might have to, come in here, maybe do some work.
Most
Here like everyone else does. I see a lot of people, either doing their work inside a coffee shop or school work or things of that nature. So tell a little bit about the advertising, how you've been getting the word out.
Social media. Um, I think, well, it's not really what I think. I know that this coffee shop is different. It's more organic. Um, People hear about the message. They hear about, what we've done. What we do. It's easy for people to jump on board and want to support. And so years ago when we started doing pop-ups, it kind of got that, and from there it just kind of buzzed and kept going. And so I think when we came back out this time, this week, back on the scenes, the Modern House finally opening, it was like good, about time, but at the same time, it's like, okay, we've been ready for this, so I'm really happy. People like Miss Paula, I can't wait for her just, to see her on a daily basis, my old neighbors on 4th Avenue South, Joe, family members, I'm ready for them to come in and, take advantage of what we brought, to the community.
So we got this coffee shop here, and then over by Titusville Library, a new restaurant called Audrey's opening up. They start serving food. So we're and it's African American owned as well. So we're really beginning to see with this, are we beginning to see a renaissance of businesses here?
I would say yes. One of the things on social media that I saw that Councilwoman Smith in the article that we did, and she was like, Titusville was once like the Black Wall Street, and that just kind of resonated with me. Like, I like it. And so I think for any small business, they definitely, especially minority owned, history Titusville, just being the first, Black African American city of Birmingham. I think that, you want to kind of look at this area first. And kind of weigh your options. I'm not going to say everybody got to be in Titusville, but I'll say that the business, the foot traffic, the community, the location, how close you are to downtown, I think thousands of cars drive this road a day,
Plus we got the bus rapid transit system
right.
just started running today. So, we was out there, so I was out there, today and had the opportunity to ride that today. So many great things have been happening the last couple of days. And I'm quite sure that I'm going to hear some great things happening tomorrow. I just really hate that I can't be here.
Yeah. We're gonna be open bright and early Monday morning, 6 a.m., 6 a.m. 2 p.m. And so the last thing I would say is that with our hours, they're set, but we will get more like a box that kind of like access, like what kind of boxes that what kind of boxes that like a suggestion box. So so we will have that because I know 2 p.m. is pretty early to close up. People get off at 5, they want to come and support, but until we know that demand, that's where we'll be able to extend the hours.
So you think that the suggestion box will kind of help with that?
I think it will help,
so kind of, you probably can kind of like when you're opening tomorrow, and this is just a suggestion, you kind of want to open up the floor to see, you can, offer people, to make suggestions, tomorrow. I think that's a great idea. And that kind of give you the foundation of what, you need to do. I'm not saying don't do the suggestion box by all means. I don't know what place that doesn't do it. You know, what place that doesn't have a suggestion box? Okay. Well, thank you, Troy, so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. And I don't know, can I get a sample of coffee before I leave?
We can give you a sample.
Okay, great. So again, thank you so much. And we're just going to take a look one more time of the construction here. It's really nice. Really been restored to its natural essence here. Again, they're doing some last minute preliminaries before they actually get ready to open tomorrow. But for the most part, everything is pretty much set up and ready to go here. So that was Troy, the owner. And well, we're going to get ready to get out of here, but really, thank you so much for being a part of this special broadcast here on The Works. It's not often that we get to feature a business, but I think that in the near future that it will probably be a great idea for The Works to actually showcase some businesses, and not necessarily African American owned, but small businesses in general. That we know that 98% of the businesses in the United States are small businesses, and they're the driving force of the economy. And this is something that most podcasts, I haven't seen or heard a podcast that actually go in and actually showcase a business. And so I think that for The Works in the future, we will showcase some businesses. So we'll add that on there. So if you are a business owner in the greater Birmingham area and you would like to be featured on here, drop me an email at obsgia@gmail.com or guest at obsintl.cl. And I've also put an announcement out on the OBS Facebook page. I think it's a really good idea that we showcase some of these businesses here, especially those who have in an area with great significance, or where they may be popular or not so popular. We want to showcase them so it can serve as a marketing platform to get people to come out and support them. So this is what that we are doing today is showcase this new business here in the Titusville community in the city of Birmingham, and hopefully that people will come out. So the address is 442 6th Avenue South, Birmingham, Alabama 35205 is right on the 6th Avenue corridor. Right across the street is the city jail in the garage. And then on to my left is Memorial Park. So it's right in that area. So like you said, there's a lot of foot traffic that comes through here. So hopefully you guys will come out. It's actually tomorrow from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the official grand opening. And I'm sorry I won't be able to come. So it's great that we did this special podcast today, so you can kind of give a preview of what to expect on tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic and it's going to be exciting. And I wish Troy all of the best on tomorrow and the days and weeks and months to come, that this business will be successful. One of the things that also is going to do is we'll reach out to an organization called Birmingham Economic Alliance. So what they do is called crowdfunding or crowdsourcing, to where they have this big event to where they will come to a Black-owned business, and they would just showcase that business for the whole day. and people come from miles around. You know, they'll have food, they'll have music, they'll have entertainment for the kids, the whole 9 yards. And we're just really lifting up that business and showing business some love and getting people to come out. So that's probably one of the things that we're going to do for this business. Hopefully, I will talk to some of the leadership, some individuals that are a part of that organization, to get them to do a crowdfunding day for this business, to get them to come out. So we're going to do whatever we can to uplift this Black-owned business as well as other Black-owned businesses as well. Well, that's going to do it for me here on The Works. I hope that you enjoyed this special broadcast here from the Modern House Coffee Shop in Titusville, in the city of Birmingham. Their grand opening is officially will be tomorrow, September 23rd, from 12 noon to 3 p.m. So if you are in the area, if you live in the greater Birmingham area, come on out and support this Black-owned business. We definitely want to uplift them and keep them in your prayers that they will be successful. And this business will help, resurrect the Titusville Wall Street that many people have been talking about historically. So thank you so much for tuning in. We have another great broadcast for you tomorrow. We would be live in Montgomery for a election coverage. So we'll have election coverage. This had to do with getting people registered to vote and to vote in the 2022 midterm general election, which is on November 8th. So we'll have live coverage of that on tomorrow. So we hope that you would tune in for that. So until then, thank you so much. Have a great day.